You guys do participate, you mentioned, in some marketplaces. What are you learning about the complexity of operating that just from an inventory, fulfillment operations perspectives? Give us your perspective as an operator of a marketplace.
Yeah, if we go out and order a pie, I get half a pie and you get half a pie, we'll be pretty full. You start to add someone else eating out of our pie, you get tighter margins, everybody gets a slice. So we want to be where our customers are, and that's really critical. But we also need to really carefully manage the costs involved in still being profitable.
Right, right. Either of you want to talk about kind of any inventory challenges that marketplaces have brought up? Any learnings there?
Yeah, let's talk a lot about omni-channel, right? So buy online, sell from the store, we're shipping from our stores, we're shipping drop ship, we're shipping, fulfilled by Amazon, we're having a Walmart. So you used to have to forecast inventory to your warehouse on a certain day. Now you got multiple warehouses and 700 stores that could become possible distribution points. You have all the people shopping online to pick up in the store. We've got the DoorDash the same day, people shopping out of the store. So the sophistication needed to have enough but not too much, because we're not selling milk, but vitamins do expire.
Right.
It really takes a lot of tech and a lot of forethought to nail your inventory.
Right, right. So have you invested in new technology to do different things with demand forecasting, or using tools that you've always used?
No, we have new tools. We have, I don't name names, but we have sophisticated tools at the Vitamin Shoppe. But like a lot of things, it's still, you have people driving the car, and those people are key, right? Having the intelligence. There's an old retail joke, got a hunch, buy a bunch. And we've really moved beyond that, and it's really all about data-driven. And, to the point that Shein does, they don't sell our stuff, you could always make a little less. And, it's really easy to be in stock. Just buy a bunch. Right. It's really easy to manage your open to buy. Just don't buy enough, right? But that holy grail of nailing the right item at the right time, and that's, I think, maybe the most important part of managing retail, because inventory is your biggest variable cost.
Right.
Your labor is what it is. You got to cover the hours. Your leases are what they are, but that inventory is so critical. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Darpan, I'm going to shift to you. Talk about your perspective and what you're seeing with marketplace complexity and how retailers are navigating through that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different kinds of implications for marketplace operators in particular. One example is first-party promising. If you're a retailer promising from your own inventory, you have a pretty good idea of what you have in your network, where it's at, and you can still give a pretty accurate estimated delivery date. But if you're a marketplace operator that has hundreds of thousands of sellers, it's very difficult to gauge which of your sellers are going to be meeting your SLA on time. What's each individual seller's approach to being able to pick an order, pack it, hand it off to a carrier. So there can be so much variability in that that can then lead to poor customer experience. You may promise something in 3 days, but it takes 10 days to arrive, or vice versa. It might arrive early, right? So I think you need new tools when you're working in a marketplace setting with a lot of different sellers, to perhaps leverage AI and ML to actually model seller performance, and then factor that in to when you make an estimated delivery date. That's just one example, and there's several other issues. There's issues around fraud. There's issues around how do you share inventory from multiple sellers. A host of different issues, which are really complicated problems for marketplace operators that are trying to create a big demand engine for multiple sellers.